We're conquering Europe and we ain't gonna stop. Belgium, Croatia, Austria, we're taking over the lot. We're West Ham United and we're massive still. PS Tottenham, they lost 1-0 to Chelsea's lone bank Dutch team. Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez. Yes, people, West Ham United have beaten KRC Genk 3-0 at the London Stadium to go 6 points clear at the top of the Europa League group. Now, this was a game where the first goal came by quite a surprise in my opinion. But after that, West Ham just completely dominated the second half. Genk are a tough team to play against. As I mentioned in my preview, they're a hotspot for breeding Belgian footballing talent. Their goalkeeper, their 19-year-old goalkeeper who played, was actually at one point considered a highly rated teenage Belgian football prospect. And he's one of the, hot prospect young goalkeepers in the world right now. I've forgotten his name, but he wore number 26. But as I was saying, Genk have some decent players in their team. I thought their Japanese winger, Yunya Ito, was quite threatening. Oniarchu had quite some presence in the box, though he didn't make any of his chances count. West Ham got a job done. Again, I say this a lot in these kind of videos. West Ham got the job done. And that's the basic of it. That's the bare bones of it. I think that West Ham are now just one win away from getting into the knockout stages, and it's a very good position to be in. So I'm going to start off as per usual talking about the teams, because there were 6 changes to the West Ham lineup. West Ham pulled out a lot of first team regulars and put in a lot of backup players in the starting 11. Alphonse Areola, Issa, Diop, Craig Dawson, Nikola Vlasic, Manuel Lanzini and Ondrej Yarmolenko all started. Antonio was rested for this game, so Jarrod Bowen was on his own up top. I wanted to see how Vlasic would get on in this game, given that David Moyes gave him quite a strong vote of confidence. And I wanted to see Lanzini play in this game because I'm liking the new position that Lanzini's in. Lanzini's playing more of a holding midfielder now, and he's touching the ball a lot more. He's staying around the middle, centrally a lot more, as opposed to going forward a lot more as he used to in the past. But he's embracing this new role that he's got under David Moyes, and I wanted to see how he'd link up in the midfield. I thought the change to the centre back partnership was good because Diop and Dawson have done well in the Europa League when they've played together, and overall it was a very strong team. One talking point for me in the opening 6 minutes was Nikola Vlasic making a few too many fouls. He needed to calm down a little bit and just get his head a bit more level in this game, because he committed 2 fouls in the opening 6 minutes and was trying too hard to do too much at once. Genk did go 1-0 up, but the goal was flagged for offside, and that goal was a bit of a wake-up call really, because the defence was cut right open for the goal, albeit that it was disallowed. Diop was cut right open with a through ball and didn't deal with it. I didn't really see a lot of energy from West Ham either in the opening few moments, and Genk had better forward passing. A lot of West Ham's attackers were isolated in the final third. Bowen was in particular. Yarmolenko was having a decent game. Having said that, he was making some decent passes, but he wasn't shooting or really getting close to a shooting position either. Like I say, isolated in the final third, Genk had the West Ham attack on lock. Diop, again, cut open a lot. A lot of balls coming into the West Ham defensive area. And Dawson couldn't really deal with it that much. Cresswell spent more time trying to cross it in than defending. Mind you, that is the case with him anyway. A really good, decent chance came for West Ham. Johnson passed it across the goal. Bowen mishit and Cresswell, the ball bounced to him and Cresswell struck it wide. Going back onto Yarmolenko again. We do criticise Yarmolenko a lot because we say he's lazy and he looks disinterested. He looked interested in this game and he looked very energetic. He was making some good balls. very good link-up play with players such as Ben Johnson. And, he was doing really well, I thought. Meanwhile, in that first half, Paul Onuachu, a West Ham transfer target, who's known for being really tall and powerful in front of goal, he headed just wide. Areola came out to try and punch the ball away, but Onuachu got his head on it first and the ball trickled wide. It was a really nerve-wracking moment, to say the least. Also, Nikola Vlasic started off the game quite shaky, but he grew into the game and started to look better on his feet and a bit more in control of himself, which is a good thing. And shortly after he did that, West Ham actually took the lead. Genk concede a lot from set pieces, and they have done in the Europa League in particular. So playing short corners wasn't going to do it. West Ham have played a few short corners already in the game, and I don't understand why, given the set piece threat. So when Aaron Cresswell whipped a corner into the box, Craig Dawson got his head on it, and it looped over the goalkeeper's head and the centre-back's head and into the net, and it was 1-0 to West Ham just before the break. A goal that was needed just for the sake of getting your foot in the door, but not only that, it really came kind of to my surprise, because I wasn't expecting West Ham to score in that half, but they did. And West Ham went into the break leading. I wouldn't have necessarily made substitutions at the start of the second half, but I would have had Lanzini play in a central midfield role and had Vlasic go a bit deeper, just because Vlasic was looking a bit more confident and needed to go forward a little more. But one thing that was key for West Ham in the second half was breaking Genk's defensive system. Genk had a weak defensive system which involves zonal marking, and this was especially true when it came to clearing set pieces. Genk was so wrapped up in trying to keep everything tight, they didn't really focus on what was around the box, and there were a few players in and around the box that were left unmarked, and those unmarked players were the reason why West Ham scored the second goal. And the second goal came from another cross and another header. Same guy delivering it in. Cresswell with a free kick from the side. Comes in. Issa Diop heads it off the crossbar. Bounces over the line into the net. Both centre-backs scored a goal. And it was 2-0 to West Ham. A little bit more control of the game. And shortly after that, it was 3-0. And Jarrod Bowen scored it. It happened pretty much soon after. I knew it was coming for him. I mean, he'd been working quite hard in the game. And finally broken free from being too isolated to get forward and fire it past the goalkeeper. Tidy little finish from him as well. Really buzzing for him. He gave an interview after the game saying how he's gone from scoring his first goal for Hereford United in the conference to now scoring in a European competition. He's done that in around 5 years. So it's quite the journey for him. That is for sure. With the game now 3-0 to West Ham, everyone started to open up a little bit more. Lanzini started to move the ball a little bit more. He started to look better with the ball at his feet. Genk didn't really pose much threat in the second half. Areola didn't really do much. He didn't need to. The defence didn't have to do a lot either. Some substitutions were made though. Rice came off, Cresswell came off, Vlasic, Bowen off. On came Noble, Fredericks, Fornals and Ben Rama, just to see the game out. Some good passing work from the back and in the midfield. Fornals and Lanzini did a little bit of 1-2 stuff together, and those two worked well together centrally. I mean, Fornals actually, I think, was played as a centre mid for the rest of that game, and even if he wasn't, it looked like he was. He was filling that Noble position, with Noble just playing just as an extra man. Now, what was really nice, actually, towards the end of that second half, another academy graduate came on. Daniel Chesters came on to replace Lanzini. David Moyes sees a lot in this academy at West Ham, and he's given debuts to a lot of academy players such as Harrison Ashby, Dapo Afolayan, Manny Longello, Nathan Trott. Who else has he given debuts to? Mipo Debeko, of course. Jamal Baptiste, and now Daniel Chesters. Have I missed anyone off on that list? I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. Chesters came on just for the last few moments. Really lovely moment for him, and in a European competition as well. So that adds a little bit more gloss onto it for him. But it finished 3-0 to West Ham. Look, 6 points clear at the top of the group. A lot of breathing space. 3 wins in 3. 7 goals scored in 3 games. 0 conceded, 100% win record. Big shout out to David Moyes. A big shout out to the players as well for getting that job done. Set pieces are key to some of these wins, and that was the case against Genk. 2 of the 3 goals came from headers from crosses. I thought we were very organised in the box. Just was a case of the first goal coming and then growing into the game. And that was just it. We needed a spark. Dawson's goal provided the spark for West Ham to go forward and to win the game. And I think, like I said earlier, just one more win sees us into the next round. And who knows where we can go from there. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Aftermath. If you liked the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content. I'm going to be doing an off-the-press video and the preview for the Spurs game this week. And of course, I'll be doing the post-game coverage from the Tottenham game on Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.